Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at a couple variants of the Murphy DOS virus. Now this virus is not overtly destructive, however it might destroy a few brain cells along the way. When executed, the Murphy viruses infect .exe files, and from 10 to 11 a.m. every day, they perform a variety of audio tricks designed to annoy, irritate, or otherwise confuse you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run this. So we run the exe. We see that whatever association that had this file has released it for us, as it tells us we have just released a virus. So normally you probably would not see this if you got infected with it, but let's just roll with it. We're going to go ahead and infect power.exe, which is normally 8052 bytes. When we run it again, however, Murphy will infect it, and the file size grows to 9329. And power now contains the Murphy virus. So we want to know what it does when it hits 10 a.m., right? Oops. So let's go ahead and change the time. Hopefully the microphone picks this up. I assume it can, because it's pretty sensitive. But welcome to high-pitched hell. So Murphy, starting at 10 a.m. and lasting until you reboot the computer, initiates this high-pitched tone that sits way up there on the audio level, and it just kind of annoys you, especially if you're young and can still hear this high frequency. I don't know if you remember back in like 2005, 2006, there were a lot of ringtones going around that were just this high-pitched, mosquito tone, as it was called. As older adults usually lost this range of their hearing and couldn't pick up on it anymore, so I know all my classmates would use it to sneak around texts and stuff. Fancy technology, I know, but this goes way back, as you now know. This virus also employs a few other tricks, which happen during directory listings, any programs running, and basically anytime you're doing anything with the hard disk, where it plays some interesting sounds over the PC speaker. Like so. Hopefully the microphone picks that up, but it changes based on what you're doing, such as screaming when you do a wide directory listing, which is always nice. We can also run programs. Our old friend graphics.com does some crackling, sounds pretty cool. Other programs all do the same thing. Various snap, crackling, and popping all occur. For one last program, we'll go ahead and run the attribute program and get a nice listing of crackling files. And that's about it for this variant. But the second variant also infects exe files in the same way, but has a pretty nifty ping-pong-like payload. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And from 10 to 11 a.m., it launches this bouncing ball that is pretty bouncy. It doesn't pass through some characters like the ping pong virus does. This bounces off of everything, no matter what. So if you go into edit, you can make some pretty cool courses and, try and like trap this thing. Sorry, I'm gonna type a lot. Gotta get it. Did you ever play Jezball on Windows 98 or 95, like on the Microsoft Entertainment Pack? That's what this reminds me of. But, it's not overtly destructive, but it is pretty neat. And I thought it was worth taking a look at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Take care. One more thing I forgot to point out is an interesting error that occurs when Murphy tries to infect any files on a write-protected floppy diskette. So here we have a series of viruses and one non-viral program here called VGA240. We're going to go ahead and run this program, and Murphy will try to infect it, but this diskette is write protect enabled. So instead of just reading our program and running it like we would expect, we see the program runs, and then we see that Murphy tries to infect it, resulting in a write protect error. So a savvy computer user would know that something is trying to write to this disk, even when they are not trying to do any such thing. So, something interesting to look out for. Make sure, if you're running DOS programs in like 1991 and you're somehow watching this video, be on the lookout, because could be bad. But, otherwise, you probably don't have to worry about it. But I'm no expert, just throwing it out there. Alright. That's it. Take care. Because could be bad. But, you know, otherwise, you probably don't have to worry about it. But, you know, I'm no expert. Just throwing it out there. Alright. That's it. Take care.